Hi loves, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for being here with me. I am doing my updated PM skincare routine for you guys. I know you have been waiting for it and here it is. So before we get started, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. All right, so my PM routine, yes, it's simplified, but it is much more in depth than my AM routine. A lot of you guys had questions about osmosis. Yes, I still use osmosis. It's what I use also in my back bar. For my skin studio, I have a treatment that uses only osmosis. I am still a huge advocate. It's just that I found also other products to integrate into a solid routine. My nighttime skincare routine varies because I have a lot more time at night to do skin rather than during the day. I have already washed my face and I have been loving these two cleansers. This is the hyaluronic acid cleanser from the Inky list and the Ordinary's Squalane cleanser. These are both super gentle. This one is really beautifully hydrating. I still very much use the Tatcha Camellia cleansing oil. It's just my favorite cleansing oil. So if I have a bunch of makeup on, sunscreen, I'm going to reach for this and then I'm going to reach for my other cleanser that I just showed you. I've always said don't spend a ton of money on cleansers and moisturizers. Spend your money on serums. Yes, this is more expensive, but it's just something that brings me joy, just like their essence. Okay, so figure out which oil cleanser you would like most and choose that one. Now this is where it varies. My skin, you have to understand, is normal to dry. I'm also have pretty tolerant skin. Yes, I can mess it up. I've done it in the past, but I have pretty tolerant skin. So if you're going to follow something like I do, just please be intuitive about your skin and if you can handle everything that I do. And if you do, make sure you start really slow. I have been using these products for a very long time, so my skin knows exactly what I'm using. Okay, so these pads right here are by a company called Skin Scripts. If you're an esthetician, you can grab them. These are only sold by estheticians. So if you are a skin client of mine, please feel free to come into the studio. I have them on my shelf and you can grab them. This is my exfoliation step that I do between 2 to 3 times a week. This is also great for hyperpigmentation, overall skin texture, brightening, etc. So these are little pads. They have glycolic on them and a little bit of retinol, and I just kind of go all over my skin. I focus a little bit more on my hyperpigmentation and down the neck. If you can't get them because you're not in Colorado, you can feel free to email me, and all my contact information is in the description box, but you can email me and I can send them to you, but the shipping's like almost $10. So you can pick your favorite way of exfoliation 2 to 3 times a week. Paula's Choice AHA toner is amazing. That's another one I have a lot of my clients on. And then almost every night, at least 5 times a week, I go in with, I shouldn't say at least, I should say between 4 to 5 times a week, I go into this routine that I'm going to show you right now. This is the essence that I have right now. I've talked about it on my AM routine. It is the I'm From Essence, Fig Boosting Essence. It is so beautiful, very cost effective, and I love it. I do have my Tatcha Essence right in there as well. It's just winter here, and the Tatcha Essence is a little bit more watery, less hydrating, and so I have a tendency to use that more often in the winter. The only step that I don't have is my stem factor step. I just put in an order for it, and it has not yet come. That's kind of what I was waiting for. I do use stem factor, and I do it in a combination of these 3 things. So if I had stem, I would take a half a pump of stem in my hand. Then I would take a half a pump of Renew. What am I talking about? Renew. Then a half a pump of Rescue. This is the new one by Osmosis. And then I take my Isocell Recovery from Lemieux. You can use the spray that Osmosis recommends, which is called Boost or Infuse, or you can use your Essence. But this spray from Lemieux also has all the minerals in it that is just like the Osmosis spray, and it is a little bit less expensive. So now I'm going to go in with my City Beauty. This is their line blurring filter, and I just put it like this all over down my nasolabial folds. Tap, 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 tap. And that's that. You can see that I did not use an eye cream. That is because I take all of those Osmosis serums and bring them all the way up under my eye area because they are eye approved. You can absolutely use an eye cream. I have sometimes will use my DMAE eye cream, the firming one, or I will use the Paula's Choice Vitamin C. I don't use an eye cream every single night because just for my situation, I don't have something that I'm specifically trying to target, and I already have retinol now underneath my eyes, so I am good to go. So when we're talking about moisturizers, I literally am obsessed with this one. This one's by The Ordinary. It's a natural moisturizing factor, HA. This is a little bit heavier, so I wouldn't recommend it for people that are combination or oily unless you really, really want some great hydration. I use this more during the summer or when I want a lighter weight moisturizer. This is the Omega Water Cream from the Inky List. I have so many moisturizers. I absolutely use the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. I absolutely use the Tatcha, the original one in the white bottle. I absolutely still use the Biossance Omega Cream. So I have a lot of moisturizers that I play with and I just, you know, kind of interchange. But the one I've been gravitating more towards right now is the Multi-Action Sculpting Cream from City Beauty. I do love Enrich from Osmosis. That's a great moisturizer, and it has been proven, clinically proven, to help with fine lines on the neck. And that is it, basically. I try to keep this as simple as possible. The Forget the Filler from Lawless, because I'm obsessed. Sometimes if I think about it, Grande Lash again. And y'all had questions why I use this during the day. I don't really wear eyeshadow that much unless I'm actually doing a video or going out and doing something, but you can wear this during the day. And if you're just starting to use this, you should be using it twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. So I don't know where the confusion is on that one. It is totally fine to use during the day, absolutely. It's whenever you can get it in. Okay, now the reason why my routine is so pared down is because, you know, we've been dealing with a lot this past year. Can you imagine me bringing all of these skincares to the hospital or trying to deal with her in the middle of the night or trying to get her to go to bed and I have to do all this skincare that I used to do? This is why my routine looks like this. I know that if I was to do that routine that I just showed you, it literally takes 3 minutes and I have everything I need. I can feel good, my skin's clean, and then I can go about the evening what I need to do, okay? Now, if I'm being now in my normal, like everything's cool, everybody's healthy, I will a couple times a week take you can take any of your favorite lactic acid serums. This is one of my favorite acids. It's very gentle. It does what we need it to do to the skin. It resurfaces. So this is just the one by Josie Moran, her lactic acid serum. There are many out on the market. I just love Josie. I think her products are amazing. So what I'll do is I will wash, I will essence, I will put this all over my face, and then I will go in with my moisturizer. And that's one of the nights. And then Sundays, I usually take a break from all of my products, and it's actually what all of my clients do as well. So Sundays are days for repairing barrier, it's for taking a break with our skin, it's for masking, which I still love the Tatcha Dewy Skin Masks. I actually just bought this new brand called Loops. I've tried it a couple of times. If you're in my skin studio, we use the Dr. Franz microcurrent masks. They are on sale, by the way. way if you are a skincare client. And I use those as well. They have a neck mask, etc. So that's what Sunday's for. Sundays is for, you know, relaxing and just giving the skin a break from anything that might cause it discomfort. I also on Sundays will use my beta glucan right after my essence, and usually I will do a couple extra layers of essence on those days and then put this all over my skin. Really rich hydrating moisturizer, and go to bed, basically. Now, when I say go to bed, I try my best to do my skincare at least an hour before I know I'm actually going to go lay down and go to bed. Most of the time it's several hours before, because if my daughter is brushing her teeth, that is the time where I go in, I wash my face, and I do my skincare, and then I go and put her down. But the reason why I bring that up is because you want to try your best to not put all of the product on and then go lay on your pillow. You want to try to give it a little bit, I mean, hopefully half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, or something like that, to really sink in. You know, don't touch your face and don't lay down on your pillow and all of that type of stuff. So it can actually sink into the skin and not go right into your pillow. Obviously, using a silk pillowcase is much better, which is what I do, etc. Now, when we talk about a PM routine that is super effective, you can follow what I do. You don't have to. You can also watch my video on skin cycling if you are more sensitive. That has helped a ton of people be able to use all of these products, but in a more strategic way for your skin. But you want to make sure that you at least are having retinol at night, some form of exfoliation a couple of times a week, obviously a nice hydrating moisturizer, and if you can add in there a little bit of a lactic acid serum. Those are really important. There are a few other things that I do on a couple times a week basis. I do red light therapy at night after I cleanse my skin, before I start everything else. I will do red light therapy about 4 to 5 times a week. I have a microcurrent devices, which I don't have a tendency to use a ton because I feel like most of them are pretty ineffective. I will do some of my more professional stuff that I have in my skin studio. I obviously get facials very often. So those are definitely things that I do to support your skin routine at home. All right, so that is it. I hope that answers your questions. Thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.